clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome to the home of the Baylor Bears, McLean Stadium on the banks of the Brazos in Waco, Texas. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the Clemson Tigers taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Baylor Bears. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Clemson will kick off to get us underway. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Motion from the wideout. Leaves it with the running back. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air on first down. Zings it complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. A solid gain on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. Now it's 1st and 20 for the offense. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Still on his feet at the 40. There he goes. The 20. Past the 10. Touchdown, Baylor! Once he got a step, it was all over. Right to the house.
And as a coach, you're just hoping your offense can take the field on the first series of the game and create a little bit of momentum, get into a rhythm. How about that running play? Hitting a home run early in this game. You know that's got the sidelines all juiced up.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he's going to bring this one out. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The running back has it. Got the first down and more. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
Really nice run there. This guy's so exciting to watch when he's out in the open field. Kind of reminds me of old Clemson greats like C.J. Spiller and Travis Etienne.
Breaks into the open. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Dropping back, it's Carney. It's complete to the right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Clemson is quick to the line. Back to pass on second down. Finds his tight end. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
How about that? Just really nice catch by the big tight end. Throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
Here comes Clemson with another first down. Wants to keep it in the air. He'll take the deep shot. Grabs it inside the 15. Right on the money with that throw. The defense was there, but they are in the red zone with a first down at the 12.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Touchdown, Clemson. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And that kick was perfectly down the middle. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Baylor has it back, and here comes the Bear offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Off the play fake on first down. On the run, still looking. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
They're dealing with a second and long. He'll do it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking left. That third down pass was coming in hot before it fell to the ground.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
This drive will get started from the 37-yard line. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
Wide open downfield. There he goes. He's at the 10. No one there to stop him, except the fella in the striped shirt who threw the penalty flag. This one might be coming back. That celebration turned sour quickly after they saw that flag, and it wiped out the big play and the touchdown. Here comes the offense on second down. Looking to throw, it's Carney. He tries to take the top off. Fires a ball, now it's picked off. Nice pickup on the return, but more important, they got the takeaway, and now they're in business.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
And listen, there's nothing wrong with play action for this offense, but, man, you got to protect. You got to sell that run. And if the quarterback's going to do that, he needs his guys up front to give him a little bit more time to maybe take those shots down the field and make some big plays for this offense.
They'll leave it with him. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bears come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. It's fourth down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Sends it back in motion. They're throwing for it on fourth down. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass, and they forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. They'll try the run. Turning it on! These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. And the Tigers want to move quickly. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Carney. Finds a soft spot in the middle. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Oh, they're after him. Finds his big tight end. Still running at the 40. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds right at the 25.
Well, how about that stick at the end? Nice job sticking the big tight end, making sure he doesn't get that first down. That's how you play physical defense. That's how you make him remember those tackles later in the game.
Wants to throw again. Finds the tight end. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Not the big fella, the tight end, the wide receiver in a tight end's body going up and making the catch.
The Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Now from inside the red zone. And he was looking over the middle and couldn't make the connection.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to pass, it's Carney. This one's complete. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Pace. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. Wide open, and it's a foot race. They won't get it. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Through his hands and incomplete. He normally makes that catch every time. It's second down.
Just got to finish the play through the wide receiver. You got to look that one in and complete it. It's a bad drop.
Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Back to throw, it's Carney. Gets it out quickly. Open space at the 25. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that. Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Here's the handoff. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll go right back to the run. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down.
It was a really nice play there. The thing I like about this guy, too, his versatility. He's not just good running the ball, but he can catch and he can block. And you think about all the greats they've had at the position in recent years. Versatility at the running back position, being an every down back. And that's exactly what this...
There he goes. Once he got some room, it was over.
I mean, talk about hard to stop. Like, so many weapons, so much speed, and then your quarterback is going to go 50-plus. Defensive coordinators, that's why nobody wants to play defense anymore or coach defense. You want to be on the offensive side of the football because otherwise you got to defend weapons like these that are just weapons of mass destruction.
He'll bring it out. It's Pace. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. the play fake. Now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And incomplete on the deep block.
And this offense has been completely one-dimensional. They have not been able to throw the football. Guys, they haven't thrown a completion yet. This quarterback has never been able to find himself into a rhythm. And if I'm the head coach, you got to ask yourself, how many more incompletions do I have to see until I make a switch at the position?
To the air on second down. Throws to the wideout. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Well, the defense knew this was going to be the guy the offense was trying to get the football to, so it looks like they've got a plan for him. Nice job.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He might want another play. Gets the back moving. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Rushes on him. He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. The Bears will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. And the Bears will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Punt is on its way. Hauls it in and looking upfield. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. He leaves it with his back. Oh, he's got some space. He finds enough daylight and gets it out across the 45, out of bounds at the 47, and a big run there. To the air, it's Carney. Quickly out to the tight end. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. From the gun, the ground game. Powers through the defender. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the 1st down. 4th down and 4 yards to go. The offense will try to get it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Unloads to the right. And it's swatted away. It's a turnover on downs.
And those 4th down stops are so huge for momentum to turn the ball back to your offense. Great pass defense, seeing the ball, breaking on it, swatting it down so the receiver couldn't make a play. Nice job by this defense.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play, stops the drive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing at his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
And they're able to get him down. Clemson is quick to the line. Back to throw, it's Carney. Unloads to the wideout. It's incomplete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
And that was another ball thrown in harm's way. And this young man, he already has one interception. That was almost the second. Just playing a little bit loose with the football. Let's make sure we get that dialed in. We can't make those mistakes. Hard to win games when you make big mistakes.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Throws to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. Was looking for more running room but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll start this drive going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And you must do that against a guy of this caliber. This kind of QB will absolutely pick you apart. You got to get hurries. You got to get pressures. And when you can get hits and make him feel the physicality of the game, maybe you can take that guy.
Going to take a shot. Makes the grab inside the 30. Speeding down the left side. Touchdown Bears! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Man, that is picture-perfect execution by this offense. That is how you close a half. Chewing up some time, getting in the end zone, a chance to tie this up and feel really good about yourself going into halftime.
And they did tack on that extra point without any adventure. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Waning seconds of the first half. Let's see just how aggressive they'll be. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Under heavy pressure, lets him fly. He's got it on the outside. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking downfield, it's Carney. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Looking for more room. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Bears will kick it away to start the second half. And he's going to bring it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They got it on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
just going to keep it after the snap. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
Quarterbacks generally, guys, we know, they're not as big and not as physical runners as running backs, so it is going to be trickier for them to break tackles. I like the idea of getting the designed quarterback run game going, but moving forward, let's see if we can get him out to the perimeter.
Will not get there. A fourth down stop.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hiney.
To the ground with the back. He stopped after a 1-yard pickup at the 25.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
He'll keep it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
We've just seen in this game the ball's just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to. And as a result, that's now his second pick thrown in this game.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stands.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
They say tight ends are a quarterback's best friend in the pass game because think about it. The tight end's the guy lined up closest to the quarterback, which means generally those are the easiest throws a quarterback has. You saw it on that play.
To the air, it's Carney. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that play.
Going to swing it on second down. This time he's got his man. On the move at the 30. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. Clemson jumps to the line.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. And they've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
And just having a guy that can continually make plays on the ground, it just opens up space for your running back, for your receivers, makes you defend the whole field, and it's not always big gains, but you've seen him today, man. It keeps the offense in positive situations with just little plays here and there, knowing he's a threat.
The Tigers have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well give it to him again. Makes a man miss. He's pulled down after a tough run, gets it to the 6. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Looking for space. It's Lincoln. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And just nowhere to go for that runner. He had no choice. That defense, they were bringing it up front. Everybody winning their one-on-ones, and they completely had him surrounded.
Wants to throw. It's Carney. Fires to the end zone. Just threw that one way too far. Needing to convert, Clemson comes to the line. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover one, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's got him in the flat. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback, quick pass to the receiver. Runs through a tackle. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch. So pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that.
They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. What a day it's been on the ground for these two guys, and they just seem to get stronger as the game goes along as we take a look at the numbers. We've swapped sides of the field, and we are ready for the finish as the fourth quarter gets underway. So the final period starts with a second down play. Gonna look downfield again. Going over the top. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
Yeah, and you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
The give to the back. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard. And the Tigers will hustle to the line. Dropping back, it's Carney. Fires to the wideout. Got him downfield. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. And this offense can just about taste taking the lead in the fourth quarter, but you do want to be careful not to score too quickly. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Clemson! And they've moved out front here in the fourth. The old saying is pick your poison. Both of them are lethal when you deal with this guy. He fits that Clemson quarterback mold.
That's what stinks. So, yeah, I got to come up and worry about his legs and make sure I bring a safety down to be aggressive in stopping this Clemson running attack, and then he throws it over my head. So tough to defend when you get all the speed, the running game going, the tempo, and then a quarterback that can run and throw. Good luck.
back, and here comes the Bear offense. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get everyone's best shot, and now let's see if they can pull this one out. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And you knew he was going to take a step back because you can't throw the ball for over 80% in a season. Like, that's ridiculous. Last week he was on fire, but this week, man, he's freezing cold. And he's got to find something to get this offense going. But right now, just off target. Somebody needs to step up, make a play, and maybe get a...
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. The return never really got started, but boy, he has set his team up at the 28.
It has just been that kind of day for this guy. 4 picks now thrown in this game. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. He just hasn't been throwing the football accurately. This is a game he would like to soon forget.
Run out of bounds. They'll spot him at the 24. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. Back to throw, it's Carney. Going for it all. Touchdown, Tigers. Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the 4th quarter, everything going in their direction.
Let's see what he can do with the return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Finds his man. It's Novak. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
You got to give this defensive staff a ton of credit. They had a plan for this guy, right? They've watched him on film. He's been eating defenses alive. They've limited him. That was only his first catch. They've changed up their coverages. They've gotten after the quarterback. Great defensive game plan coming in this one.
This senior showed some serious arm strength firing that one in for the first down. New set of downs after the completion. Wants to throw on first down. Floating away. Gets rid of it. Complete. Breaks into the open. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
And it's complete at the 6. Defense right there, but now they're backed up with a goal-to-go situation. The offense changing the play. Wants to throw it. The quick out. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Touchdown, Baylor! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the defense is going to have to find an answer for this tight end down in the end zone. You cannot allow that guy that much space.
On to attempt the try. They tack on the extra point, and they're down a touchdown, 35-28. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one. en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Might as well keep pounding that rock at this point in the game, even though it's 2nd and 12. Looking downfield, it's Carney. Quickly to the tight end. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clemson is quick to the line. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Quick strike complete. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. Guys, this one's going to go down as a nice win against a ranked opponent, and we didn't get the upset that many had thought we might.
No, they proved to the entire country watching this game that they are indeed the superior team, offensively, defensively, running through.
And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the 4th quarter by 1 possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
Off play action on 1st down. Oh, does he turn that loose down the middle. Makes a grab down the middle. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
This guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
Might be changing the route. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake. Wide out trying to get it in. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown Bears!
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Back to pass, it's Carney. Here's the pressure. It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's 2nd down.
You got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. On the run, deep down the right side. And the incomplete pass taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Honestly, I don't think in this situation of the game you need to be taking shots that far down the field. You need high percentage throws. You need to be able to play pitch and catch and move.
And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And he will score. The question now, will it count as we check out the laundry on the field? Just a little too much there, a little too handsy, and they nabbed them for the defensive holding penalty. Looking to throw on 1st down. Grabs it in the middle. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. And he did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
Might be looking to run. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
Well, the defense finally showing some life there. It's been tough sledding, too, because this offense has been lighting them up through the air, but a nice individual effort that time, forcing the incompletion.
Now the play fake. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock.
And they've trusted him to throw the football all game. I expect nothing to change whatsoever. They're going to put it on his back, or his arm, I guess you could say, and let him throw this team to victory. It's a close game, tight game. I'm rolling with my best player.
To throw, it's Carney. Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. He takes a chance and fires it across the field.
Second down, caught by the receiver. Gain of 34. And a first down for the offense. That's the end of regulation.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth, so of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, in the second overtime and two-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational-type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
Clemson jumps to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Makes the catch. And he was pushing for that goal line, but the D stopped him at the 2. First and goal as they try to jump on top here in overtime. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, Clemson. They strike first in overtime.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Quarterback making adjustments. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. And they pick it off. You can't give it away in overtime. And the takeaway is the exclamation point, the game saver for the win.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You got an extra DB. You got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for